Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tlhogi. I assume you read the title of this video, so without wasting any time, let's get started. Now, I am in no way, shape, or form an expert when it comes to doing brows, but I believe this is one of the best ways to learn how to do your brows, and it's universal. You can do any type of brow with this method. To start off, you need to measure out where the key points of your brows are. That is the start of the brow, the arc of the brow, and the tail. And you need to find that according to your face shape. So I'm going to teach you how to measure out where these points are on your face, and I'm going to use a white pencil, but you can follow along with a brown pencil if you're drawing your brows at the moment. The first point is the start of your brow. So in order to find that point, you need to check where your nostril meets the bridge of your nose. If you scrunch your nose, there's a line there that naturally appears there. Put a mark on that line and then push your pencil up until it meets your brow and then mark. Anything after that is your brow, anything before that is unibrow territory, unless that's what you're going for. The second point is the arc of the brow. To find the arc of the brow, or that key point, essentially your pencil has to sit over the pupil like this. The line represents your pencil, this represents your pupil. This is what you're looking for. What do I mean by this? So you're going to look straight into the mirror. On the same line that you drew for the front of your brow, you're going to put your pencil there, angle it. As soon as your pencil sits the way I showed you in the picture, sits over your pupil like that, you're going to make a mark. Now for the arc, you have to make a mark on the top, you have to make a mark on the bottom. Reason being, you're going to draw a line on the top and you're going to draw a line at the bottom. And the last mark you're going to make is the tail of your brow. So how do you find this mark? You're going to make a mark on the outside of your nose. You don't have to, but it's safer to do so. You're going to make a mark here. Place your pencil out on the outside of your eye. Don't let it sit here directly on the outside of your eye, on the outside of your nostril. Push it up. That's where the tail of your brow is going to sit. And now all you have to do is connect the dots. Point A to point B to point C, point A to point B to point C. Oh, you think you got it, but got it, just don't get it if there's nothing at all. When you get to this point, this is the arc of your brow. Your brain must automatically think, I need to turn so that I meet this point. If you go straight, you're going to have spark brows. If that's what you're going for, you're more than welcome to continue. But when you get to this point, this is where you're supposed to tell yourself that I must turn my pencil to meet this point. I hope I'm making sense. See how it's already looking like a brow? So I'm going to do this in brown and then come back so you can practically see what this looks like. The type of brow you want is going to determine how you fill in your brows. If you want a more bold brow, you're gonna color everything in between the lines. Be careful not to color the front part in because you don't want a boxy brow, but I will show you how to ombre the front of your brow. If you want a more natural brow, you're going to fill, which is what I'm doing right now, you're going to fill in only the sparse areas. Like there's places where your hair is enough, your brow hairs are enough, and then there's places where you need to fill that in. So all you have to do is just add color where you see gaps, and preferably use a lighter colored pencil when you want a more natural look, rather than a dark one, because the dark pencil is just going to make your brows appear more bold, if that makes any sense. It's just gonna make your brows look more prominent, whereas this after the concealer is going to look more natural. Well, as natural as I want them to look. And don't worry if it looks crazy right now. You're going to correct everything with concealer anyway. Just fold your brows in. You see how I'm not going to the front of the brow? I'm just filling in all these areas. For this part, take any kind of soft brush. I'm using a spoolie, but you can use any kind of soft brush, and then incorporate the color from this line and the line at the top into your brows. Don't add more color to it so that it becomes, it ombres into your brow, if that's a phrase. But you see how those lines added enough color to your brows. The cause. You see? Lastly, you're going to clean everything up. You can use concealer. I like using foundation because foundation is just easier to blend. It's easier to blend foundation into the rest of my makeup. And also I'm using an old nail art brush because it's precise. With this step, all you're doing is just going on the outside of the lines that you drew, and you're sort of like erasing any imperfections with the brush, but you're going directly on the outside of those lines. I can't do this and speak at the same time.